But I'm homeless because I want to be. This is all my fucking land. I was here first.
Okay, OG. So who do I have here with me today?
Yeah, Billy Joel Carpenter.
Billy Joe Carpenter.
All right, I go by I am will I am. Hosanna's
I am.
most highest. The carpenter sees my destiny.
Yes, sir. So, how old are you, and how long have you been displaced out here in the
Well, I've been displaced out here ever since the BLM stole me from my family. That was 60 years ago.
Could you say that one more time? Who was that?
The BLM, Bureau of Land Management.
Okay.
Because I'm part Apache, quarter Apache Indian.
Oh, okay. Could you elaborate on what's a day in a life like out here for you?
It's mainly survival. You just go with the flow one day at a time. Depend on the generosity of people and try to be good, you know. The problem with this world is it all boils down to is there's not enough respect anymore because they made it where, you know, you had to spare the rod and that spoils the child. You know, I got my ass whooped all the time when I was a kid. Every time I screwed up, you know, if I wasn't getting my ass whooped every day, I thought I was doing something wrong.
That's about right. I feel
so
like
they don't have enough respect, and that's what it all boils down to is respect. Yeah. You respect other people's property, you respect this, you respect, you know, we'd have a lot better place. The world would be a lot better
place. Yes, sir, I agree. I feel like the respect is gone. Now, you touched on, you know, you saying respect and stuff like that. I gotta ask you, man, or I don't know if this has happened to you, why do people that are displaced like to steal credentials, social security card, IDs, and
well,
things
it's
of
an
that
easy
nature?
come up. You can get a little money and you can do fraud with it. Yeah, and fraud, now that the drug charges have all gone down, though, they don't understand that fraud charges have gone up. You know, that's what they did with the government. They knocked down the drugs, you know, the meth and everything, because it's population control, and the ones that are smart, that are able to do this credit card theft and welfare, food stamp theft and everything,
yeah.
Because the goddamn place has got its system broke. And I've tried to tell them how to fix it, but they won't listen to me, you know, because it's like, oh, that'd be too much work. How much is too much work when you already got the ID and you got to print a card to fucking pull, you know, the proper ID or this, that. It's a system. It's just the way that it is. They just blow money left and right, and they don't give a damn, yeah. And I mean, they've got us all in slavery. If you think you're free dumb. You're not free.
You want something for free, you must be dumb.
No, you're not free. Your Social Security card, 666 is the mark of the beast. Everybody's got it. It's a binary code that tracks you everywhere, through everything, controls everything. And it's actually, down at the bottom, there's a binary code, because you're worth $1 million and you don't even know it.
Yeah, I definitely didn't know that.
Yeah, on that binary code. You know what
I've heard rumors.
You know what the interest is on $1 million? 10% interest. Do the math.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I can tell you it's $66,646.66.
I was going to say 60 something.
Do you like that? $66,646.66.
I see where you're going with this.
Okay, so that's the mark of the beast.
Yes.
It's whoever picture is on that douche mark has us in slavery.
Yes.
So who's in charge right now? It was a bitch that sailed on many waters beforehand. That was Elizabeth. Now Charles is in charge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's in the UK, right?
The UK runs all this too. We never got, because that's where your binary code, that's where your Social Security comes from. That's where the damn, if you go get a lawyer or anything, he's through the Marcus of Queenberry's through Europe.
Oh yeah, that's true. Marcus.
So, you know, it's all hooked together. Yeah. Just people aren't smart enough.
When I hear Marcus of Queenberry, I think of boxing.
Yeah, well, that's part of the British rules.
Yeah.
You know, it's again, it's Blackthorn. Blackthorn was the original, you know, for lawyers and stuff. So that's why BlackRock is what's taking over the world right now. LLC.
BlackRock is buying them everything.
You know who that is?
Yeah,
that's my domain.
It's a huge.
No, that's my domain. They traded 14 years ago. A gal that I knew with another gal traded Hollyhock for Tidewater. Tidewater Corporation. Tidewater takes and causes oil spills all over the place, and then they go and fix the oil spills, clean it up, and that's how they're laundering money. They make your money squeaky clean.
Wow.
Wake up, fucking America.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous
awful.
what they're pulling. You know, they cause these oil spills, then they launder money, and it's all going through my URL. Wow. That's how I know about it, because of who I am.
Okay, yeah, that's
I can keep going and going with this
so,
shit. You're going to be
gotta
blown
ask
away.
you, so you said that, Marcus of Queensberry and all that. I gotta ask this. So where are you from, and do you have family members who know of your current condition?
What current condition?
Well, being out here displaced.
Well, yeah, they know. It's my family members that threw me out here to the dogs.
Could you elaborate why? What happened?
Because I'm Cinderfella, it wasn't really my family. I was stole from the Apache Indians here because of who I am. I'm Lord Bat.
Yeah, you were telling me.
It's a bunch of crap the way that it is, and it's hell to be me, be J. Paul Getty's grandson, because they've thrown me out to the dogs, figuring that I'd die.
Yeah.
And I'm too damn ornery to die.
Yeah.
And I found my way back home. Now, as soon as I get on the res, they won't be able to screw with me, them and their constitution and everything, because we got our own constitution on that tribe, and I'm a quarter Apache Indian, Geronimo's grandson. And the UK better circle their damn wagons, as far as I'm concerned, because I'm going to make a change. You know what the Bible's about? Basic information before leaving Earth.
100%.
That's what it stands for.
Oh, I know.
Basic information before leaving Earth. It's to prove, with the faith of the Lord on my side, that one man can change this world. And that's what I'm here for. To stop slavery once and for all of women, children, and men, and to change this world for the good.
I hope that you can do it.
That's my mission.
I hope you can do it.
That the Lord sent me on.
Yeah, I hope you
And as God is my witness, it'll be let thy will be done, not mine.
Yeah.
Because I am will I am. I am that I am. I'm not what I am. I am that I am.
Yeah, I hope you can do it, because a lot of people out here definitely need your help and need a lot of help.
Because all I need is pray for me.
Yeah, definitely we'll do that. How do you feel about the new urban camping law?
I think it sucks, especially if you're Indian. This was our land first. How do you got the right to tell us where we could stay anytime?
Yeah.
We were here first.
I agree. So have you noticed since that law about a month ago passed, have you noticed any people up in arms or people just...
Not really. I guess they were waiting on me.
Oh, waiting on... So they're waiting on you, huh?
Somebody's got to lead the way.
So you haven't seen nobody stressing out?
Oh yeah,
have you
I
noticed
see people
the tickets
stressing.
or people getting tickets?
But I've only been here
like
3 days, dog.
Yeah.
I told you I came in from Oklahoma. The last month I've been in Oklahoma. I travel everywhere.
So what was it like in Oklahoma?
It was colder, nastier, at least here, could stay by a bus stop. There it was underneath the Martin Luther King Bridge, right down from the Greyhound bus station. It was a damn dump. But they had water running out of a fire hydrant. That was the only thing about it. At least you had fresh water. Nothing else.
So would you say that people being displaced or homelessness it's worldwide? It's
the people that stole my shit. From the Salvation Army to Goodwill. It's all part of my domain. And they're just a bunch of greedy no-goods. They didn't want to fess up, and it's the government's in on it. They divided everything up. Shit. Steven Spielberg's is chancellor of my domain, which is Edinburgh, Paris. Shania Twain and Garth Brooks are in charge of the music because Grandpa started the telegraph out to one federal telegram, and he started Wells Fargo,
Wow.
and Bank of America was the original bank from Jesus of America. It was the Bank of Elijah when it goes back to Jesus' time. That's why they killed Jesus, was over Bank of Elijah that turned into Bank of America. That's how far I've traced all this stuff back, and I know what I'm talking about. It's a damn system. It's J.P. Morgan. It's J.P. Morgan Chase, Bank of America, frickin' Alta One Federal Credit Union, Southwest Bank, U.S. Bank. Them five are all into cahoots to run this frickin' world. And the banks, when I'm done, the banking system won't have a job. We won't need them.
Yeah, it seems like they're doing a pretty good job of ruining the world here because there's a lot of people, like I said,
that are homeless, and there's plenty to go around if they weren't so greedy.
Yeah, I mean, for some reason, they don't want to build shelters or aid and assist, but they constantly keep building up the state.
Yeah,
bringing these buildings here.
Well, that's higher up and this and that. Just to be more impressive, more bigger. It's keeping up with the Joneses, the banks. It's a bunch of bull. You don't need that much. All we really need is food, shelter, and clothing.
Yes, sir. I agree.
You know, and there's three things in life: wants, needs, and desires.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if I was to ask you, not to cut you off, if I was to ask you, what do you think they could do to make this better? What would you say?
Well, like these empty hotels that are down here and stuff, you know,
Empty.
and
Oh,
this
yeah.
that I seen on you know, they could cheaply remodel them and everything and put homeless in that room,
Yeah, I
couples and
agree.
stuff, you know,
I
and they're everywhere because
They're everywhere.
the Salvation Army and stuff. You can't get the money or this that, but if you go into the Salvation Army, you sign out their country, they're getting $2,000 a month.
Oh, yeah.
Money put in their pocket to give you 3 hots and maybe a cot, half-ass, you know, pack in like a bunch of damn
Yeah.
rats,
Yeah,
you know,
that's it.
when they could be giving you your own private room, hotel room, which would be a lot better, you know, you might,
Yeah, of course.
you
Yeah.
know, feel more
I
responsible, have a little more respect, and then they want
little more
but
dignity, so
a
to
little more
speak,
dignity
yeah.
is it, you know, and respect for one another's property and this and that. But they put you in there and they treat you like a bunch of damn, you know, give you a curfew like you're a bunch of damn children, you know, be in at 8 and this and that. I'm a grown man.
Yeah.
Who the hell are you to tell me when I can come in and when I can leave? You know, I don't like that shit. You know,
Yeah,
so that's the reason why I'm not in none of these places.
Yeah.
Is because there's cheap ass rules. You know, it's a bunch of BS.
So are you willing to accept going to any of them? Or are
Hell
they
no.
all just-
I got the kind of money. I'm J.P. Morgan's grandson. I mean, not J.P. Morgan, Getty. J. Paul Getty's grandson. So I could be in a rest home in Monterey right now. Them paying, you know, $8,500 a month for
Yeah.
me to be in that damn place. You know, the best rest home there is. But they won't give me that money. They say I'm nuts. Well, you know, I say the mighty oak tree was once a little nut. And all you motherfucking thieving bastards are just a squirrel in my world looking for a nut. Now what?
Hey, you're a unique man. You got-
Well, that's what
you
they
got
say.
a lot of,
I have unique blood.
You got
I have ABO only blood.
You got a lot of sayings.
That's what
and,
my blood is,
catchphrases. Yeah.
ABO only. So it's Renault blood. It's golden blood. It means
Golden
my
blood.
uncle's my father.
Okay.
You know how the royalties were, crawling all
Yeah,
over
yeah,
one another
yeah.
like a bunch of goddamn hamsters,
Yeah.
bunch of narcissists.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a narcissist. I broke that curse.
Okay.
so,
So you
you know,
stop the cycle.
Phil and all them could stick it in their butt.
Yeah.
From Elizabeth to Phil, you know, I don't care. But yeah, I've got a million of them. I was raised in a bar. They call me the Heyoka for the Indian tribe. I'm the skinwalker, the jokester, the clown,
Skinwalker.
the magic man. I have
Magic
ABO
man.
only blood, Renault blood.
Yeah.
So I'm the alpha, the beta, and the mega, the harmony of this earth.
Yeah.
And why am I unique? Very unique, because by having that blood, I have no antigens. So that makes me the queen. I'm the last angel bitch standing
That's heavy.
out of America's lost angels.
Yeah, that's heavy.
From the ones that come from below, Apache.
That's heavy.
And that's
man.
what the truth is.
That's heavy. That's some heavy dialect.
So
right
can
there.
you imagine me standing over here and I get motherfuckers start screaming at me, "Hey, you nigger bitch!"
Mm-hmm.
Looking at me. Don't I look vanilla 66, 120?
White as the,
Yeah, but the government considers
Nothing
me a
wrong
woman.
with that, yeah.
No, the government considers me a woman because I don't have that extra Y chromosome. You know, so I guess I'm down one chromosome. My name's Billy, so I'm Billie Jean King, motherfucker's
Jean
last
King.
bitch standing. If
There
you
it
want
is
to put it
there.
that way.
You
And
heard
I
it
don't
here
like
live.
men. I only like women, so I must be a goddamn lesbian. Now you got the truth for me.
All right, let's not to go off topic. But
I'm
let's
sorry
go off
for
topic. No,
cussing.
you're good. You're good. How do you feel about the cameras up there?
I think it's an invasion of our privacy. Yeah, whether that shit, you know, it paranoids me the hell out because I know the way that the police are and everything. You know, the whole system sucks. They're a bunch of damn, you know, turned into a bunch of Nazi. It's crazy.
Yeah, isn't that awful?
Under the Deutsch mark. You know, that's what it is. The mark of the beast is the Deutsch mark. You know, whose ever picture's printed on it has us in slavery. Right now it's Charles in charge, and then it's going to be the other William. Well, it should be me. I am Will I am. But if I do, which I plan maybe, I only want to hold it for 3 years, find a good woman and turn it over to her. And I advocate, because I don't want to run the world. I don't want to tell people how to wipe their ass. I'm too old for that shit.
I agree.
I want to grow my pot and go fishing. Open a co-op on every fucking
agree.
corner around here.
I agree. I told
The
you I
tree
didn't
of
want
life.
to keep you too long, so I got one last question for you, man. Where do you see yourself in 5 years if you can think out that far?
Advocating from the throne after holding it 3 years.
Advocating from the throne.
Giving it to my my woman to run,
And there it
then I
is.
get to go fishing, because I don't want to run this place.
Spoken like
But somebody's
a true
got to
gentleman.
straighten the shit out. You know, I'm a problem solver, MacGyver, jack of all trade. You know, I
There it
see
is.
with different eyes, and I'm not shitting. You know, I'm not bullshitting.
Believe it, man.
So I
Sure
believe your
will.
little film's going to go viral if you put it on there. I swear
I'm
to
gonna
God,
put it
and
on
you
there,
could get in
alright.
trouble from the government. The
It's alright.
government's going to fuck it. All right, I hope you
Alright,
don't get in
man,
trouble. Look out for yourself, brother,
It's
in
okay.
doing this with me.
I want to thank you so much for this little update and interview. You know, thank you for your time, and hopefully next time I see you,
I'll
you'll
have
be doing
another one
better
for
than
you.
you're doing now.
Yeah, I'll be doing. I should be doing much better. I just got to make it to the Apache Land. You know, I'm so close I can feel it. You know,
All right.
I've been waiting for this moment for all my life.
yeah.
Oh Lord,
no.
you know, I can feel it coming in the edge of the night. Oh Lord.
All right, man. There it is. There. Thank you so much, man.
Because I'm a cowboy, and it's on a steel horse I ride, and I'm wanted, dead or alive.
There it is. Said like a gentleman.